my goodness. Hey there. I was shuffling the decks before coming into film and I was like, oh no. Hey there. Welcome to Listen to My channel. Welcome to your weekly reading, I guess, of what's coming for you the next week, I suppose. I did this a couple of times and I kind of enjoyed just sort of talking to one person at a time and spending energy on that. So the format is still being worked with, but I'm enjoying it. I don't know if you are. I'll try to make them shorter because I feel like they're going a little bit too long. What's coming up in the week ahead? This is a timeless reading, so you could be watching this for the week that it is for, or there might be other readings that work best for you in the catalog. So just go to the channel, go to the videos tab and see what has come before this video, because that might be something that speaks to you better. What's coming in the week ahead for my lovely person that's watching this right now? Yes, noise. You're ready. Okay, let's go. Forgiveness. This has been a theme in these weekly readings. It comes up at least once, and the straight up forgiveness card came up. I'm just going to say, forgiving isn't forgetting. That's what my priest told me. You know, like it doesn't say that in the Bible and stuff. I've had many spiritual advisors, and this priest was one of them. And also, as a coach, I wrote a keynote on forgiveness. Because I feel like there's a lot of just misunderstandings over what forgiveness is and what it looks like. I don't think you have to have someone in your life for you to prove that you forgave them. And sorry for that interruption. So we were talking about forgiveness. And I was talking about Teal Swan and her ether deck, her ether creatures. And there's a deck and there's a card in there. I don't know, I forgot which one it was. But it talks about this idea that forgiveness is a process. And that's something that I really align with. That's something that I saw in my research when it comes to forgiveness and what it means in my keynote speech. So that process, in one of the other, if you've been keeping track with watching the videos, I described it similarly to cooking. If you put a bunch of onions and tomatoes in a pot and don't turn the stove on, you can't force forgiveness, right? It has to come sort of naturally and gradually. You got to cut some stuff up, break it down, and put some stuff together, mix it up, and it becomes something else. So with this forgiveness in reverse, I'm having to talk about it because this week ahead, or in the coming days ahead, there might be something that, you know what, I'm going to use my Bible. There might be something that Spirit wants to bring to your attention about just what the week's going to be. This isn't so much guidance. This is more so like what the week is going to be. It's more so trying to be predictive-y, but I read in a very spiritual, ethereal, sort of like above physical stuff ways. So my readings definitely come up in more energetic movements as opposed to actual, this person will say left and go right, like, you know, whatever. Tell me about this forgiveness. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, this is definitely some type of forgiveness in relation to rejection, or being cast aside, being pushed away. Some of these messages are saying, get away from me. I don't want to see or hear from you. This is being pushed away. Either maybe you're saying this to someone, or someone is saying this to you, or this is the energy that has been shared between the two of you, or you and a group of people, or you and, you know, whatever, a noun, person, place, thing, event, or something that you're feeling, or something that someone is feeling. Maybe not said, but felt. Why can't you just love me? Again, same thing. Either someone is feeling I was feeling ignored and cast aside. So there is a sense of rejection here with this forgiveness. So perhaps maybe there's some type of conversation that you're having this week based off of these feelings, or these are some things that are coming up for you in another party or other parties this coming week. Honestly, reversals are really feeling like past energy for me lately. they're really just picking up past energies. And it could be that, I'm going to clarify that, because yeah, I feel like this forgiveness is about something that has happened in the past. It could be the recent past, could be the long form past. It could be a past that happened with one person or a group of people that stayed with you in your energy and affects how you have relationships with other people. And so because that never cooked fully to the point of forgiving, and that whole process of allowing yourself to no longer drink poison thinking you're hurting someone else, those thought processes, that whole thing there, it could be affecting your now dynamics of people, like, for sure. That's like a real phenomenon, right? Where you're thinking it's this particular interaction, but really this is just a symptom, a limb of a deeper root elsewhere. I digress. We're not here for all of that. We kind of are, but I don't know if you're really ready to hear that type of stuff here. With forgiveness in reverse and me bringing up Teal Swan, this energy that she brought up was saying that sometimes to forgive, you sort of have to take the pressure off of yourself to forgive. Because sometimes there's that pushback, right? When we've been hurt and harmed, what do you mean forgive? Because sometimes we associate forgive with allowing. If I forgive this person, it means I allow what happened to me to be correct. That I allow, and that's not really it. This is so difficult. But it's not really that. This forgiveness in reverse could be allowing yourself to not forgive. Allowing yourself to not forgive. But I feel like some of you have been holding this grudge. And I wanted to say that you might be moving forward. Like you might be cooked. You know, these feelings might be cooked enough for you to get to a point where you've healed enough of it that it doesn't, yes, it affects you, it hurts you, but it doesn't control your being anymore. It doesn't control how you move and how you relate and how you act in different relationships or dynamics or events, because that thing is no longer in you, affecting you as much as it used to. You know what I mean? I want to clarify. I will move on to these other messages because obviously they're really positive and super nice. But I'm picking up that there is a forgiveness that is happening within you where you are moving, you've moved through, like you've cooked enough to maybe eat and be full and thrive in other areas, because maybe you've forgiven a parent, maybe you've forgiven a past thing that happened, maybe you've forgiven a situation, someone not being there for you, you not being there for someone else. I feel like this is you forgiving someone else, not you. Or another entity or an event, not forgiving, corporate, your workforce, not getting paid, a lover. I mean, that was a lot of lover stuff. A lover unceremoniously leaving, or a relationship not working out. What else happens to people? A loss of money, a stock market, the politics. Sort of reaching a point of, this happened and I just can't continue living with, etc. What does this mean for the week ahead, Spirit? Yeah, more loving messages. Yeah. That's kind of beautiful. Thank you at the bottom of the deck, and incompatibility. So I'm coming toward you. You're so and it's funny because you're a special person. You know that. I just feel like okay. I feel like this week, when it relates to this forgiveness, you reach a certain level, and hallelujah, congratulations. Honestly, life is so fucking rough, bro, when you're in pain over something that happened so long ago and it still affects the quality of life that you have in the present. Congratulations, my friend. I'm really happy for you. Let's do a little round of applause there. There is something here about, like, if you're able to say you're so intelligent, I want to lick your brain, just some shit that I say out loud to people, person, it's playful. There's a playful energy to it. So it's like when comedians can laugh at their pain. There's a certain, like, laughter can be healing, but laughter about something that was difficult that happened to you isn't always possible by any means. But if you can digest something enough within your being to make light of the situation, or at least to see the humor in it, you know, you laugh to keep from crying, that kind of thing, or a sister to that saying. But if you can find a semblance of release from that in the form of either tears or laughter, there's something about that that has transformed within you. So with incompatibility, it's actually changed this, as I've said that. There's peace in knowing that something no longer fits you, something doesn't fit. And to graduate that thought, there's peace in knowing that you are no longer compatible with the energy of, I don't want to say hate, it's not hate, of unforgiveness, with the energy that thing that happened to you, those things that happened to you, those dynamics with those people or places or things or events, you know, an old experience that continues to replay in your mind, like you're no longer compatible with the energies that were affecting you. So yes, you're ready. And I love this for you. Like, this is kind of making me feel a little bit emotional for you, because like, this is not, bro, this is not easy. It's not easy. So this week, this could be something that you're experiencing, or maybe you're experiencing a friend going through this, you know, where you're really seeing like, bro, I've seen you evolve and through this painful experience, and that's amazing. In the far future, I can't tell you because it'll hurt you. Okay. Okay. I feel like there's just a level of understanding and assimilation with that. I can't tell you because it'll hurt you, whatever. You can understand why someone did something, but that doesn't mean, you know, you have to. There's, you know, when you understand your enemy, you love them, or you can see why they would do what they do. But that doesn't always mean having to, you know, accept it. But usually there's a certain something to seeing why something happened from someone else's perspective. Or that's tough though. I'm gonna leave it alone. Yes, and you're ready. Let's go, Bish. I love that for you. This week there's something really nice happening for you. I feel like you made the right choice over something. The previous reading, these are timeless. They may not correlate at all, but the previous reading was talking about making a choice. And I feel like maybe you made the right choice. And that's nice. It's not often that you can say that there's a right choice and a wrong choice, because I usually prefer whatever choice you make is going to be the one that takes you to where you need to go. And that's usually what gives me peace. But here it looks like you made the right choice, or you will be making the right choice this week and seeing the benefits of that. There was another reading where you were not ready, but this week there's something that is ready for you. And I feel like you're in a position. For some of you this week, you might be giving a speech, or you might have to lead something, talking about, you know, practical stuff. I'm trying to say more practical things, like on the ground. You might be giving a speech, you might be going shopping and you find a really nice outfit. I was gonna say dress for some of you. You might get your hair did. I feel like you might be the center of attention in some kind of way, either giving a speech, like I said, there's somebody giving a speech, some type of presentation, or you take the floor in something, or you get some congratulations, you did well. Yeah, some of you are congratulating a friend over something, or yeah. I feel like you are proud of someone else this week. There's someone else that you are proud of. And it could be the person that you've been needing to forgive. proud of how far they've come, what they've accomplished, and it may not mean that you have, completely forgiven what they've done to you or whatever, but you can definitely recognize positivity and growth when you see it. So that's cool. Or maybe that's what someone thinks of you. Y'all may not be on the best of terms, but it could be vice versa. They're wishing you well in your endeavors. This yes is giving me vibes, and I don't know which deck wants to go into it. Let's talk about this. Let's go here. Tell me more about yes for the week ahead. Yeah, reconsider. Listen to your intuition and ask your angels. And success at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's see. It's kind of weird. This week you might take advice from someone that isn't something that you would do. And you're kind of like, I don't know, but you made the right choice by listening to someone else. Or you're like, it would be the right choice to listen to someone else and not listen to your, I don't want to say programming, but yeah, something like that. I feel like you make a choice that isn't a choice that you would normally make, and that's something that works out nicely for you this week. There's also something about sticking to your guns. You do something abnormal this week and it works out. Tell me more about y'all's for the coming week. The Ten of Swords in reverse. The Five of Pentacles. Okay. The King of Wands and the King of Cups. All in the reverse. So this could have something to do with people. These could be the people that you have to make a choice with. Do you go with the King of Cups or do you go with the King of Wands? Or the energies that you have to step into. Do I step into a King of Cups energy or do I step into a King of Wands energy? This could also be just an energy that you're embodying, a King of Cups with a King of Wands energy. With this, I see the King of Cups is facing us with his front. So he's showing us not what's on his inside, but what's on his outside. So you may be making an approach this week where you lead with an emotional tactic. This could be some manipulation. Or this could be somebody who sort of maybe got somebody who says something to you and it feels not normal. Oh my God. Like it doesn't feel like you're normal. It feels off, but it's actually something that does serve you and takes you from a state of being to another. Who the fuck knows? With this King of Cups again, I feel like you might be leading with maybe some, we'll just say this, emotional manipulation. A bit of maybe an emotional stunt. God, I hate this. Here's what I'm going to say. This is uncomfortable. This week, I don't want to say if it's a choice. It could be. Definitely a choice that you make that's uncomfortable. But it's uncomfortable because it's a choice that you wouldn't normally make. It's not something that you would normally do. Someone might suggest it to you. I don't think that this is something that, I don't know. It could be something, I don't know. I don't want to say illegal. But it could be something that is just like illegal to your system. You know what I mean? It's not a decision you would usually make. It's a decision that you would usually it's a sense of being a mindset that you would usually associate with being manipulative, with being controlling, with being emotionally stunted in some type of way, with being, and just manipulative is the word that's coming out. But it's almost like you take that chance anyway. And that's a good thing, because where you're coming from is the Ten of Swords in reverse, yes, and the Five of Pentacles. So the way you're thinking, the way you usually think, the programming that you're coming from when it comes to making such decisions comes from a programming that is Five of Pentacles. That looks like this. Okay? I don't want to say this in this way, but from a poverty mindset, from a mindset of lack, from a mindset of, I was listening, a cousin of mine passed away recently, and at his funeral, the preacher, or I don't know what his religion name was, but he was saying that, the Bible doesn't say that the poor will go to heaven and the rich won't. Like, let's not glorify, in the religious space and Christianity, like, let's not glorify lack of resources as those being good people. So you might be somebody who thinks in that sort of thinking where, oh man, that might be where your line of thinking might be coming from. That making a decision that is about more money is bad because money is evil, right? But really, we need money to live. We need money to support our people. We need money to support others. We need money to make the world a better place. Money is not evil. It might depend more so on the energy that that person is bringing and using money, but money itself is a resource that we've all agreed we can use to barter. That we can barter with in order to have the quality of life that we want. So this could be, this is a better side for this. But this reconsider, I think, is you putting to really thinking about how you think about things and trying a different way with this Ten of Swords in reverse. Trying a way that is uncomfortable, that does feel manipulative, but really it's coming from angels. Now, angels can look a different kind of way, okay? Sometimes the message that you need to hear, like Into the Woods, the witch, she says something along the lines of the meaning where sometimes witches can be right, Sometimes witches can be right, and sometimes boys can be bad or something like that, because they have to make a choice that they either have to sacrifice a kid or kill someone. Now, the lady is probably going to kill a kid, but I digress. Sometimes the choices, the decisions that we have to make sometimes may come from sources that we don't like or agree with. But that doesn't necessarily make everything that they say wrong. So that's something for you to chew on. I'm not going to continue talking about that because that's weird. That's weird. The King of Cups. What? In reverse. Miss me with that. Oh, actually, this is, this is his outer self and this is his inner self. The King of Wands is inner self. I just feel like it's using your talents to get what you want. Using your wisdom to get what you want, and knowing what people want in order to get your way. And while that may be manipulative, it may not be negatively manipulative. It may not be as negative as you think. What's the guidance on this? This went longer than I really wanted it to. It's that whole forgiveness thing. What's the guidance for this week ahead for my people? I'm really not doing that. Ugh. Okay. Wide open. So I think be open to various ways of... Bro, from this, I think we all know what you need to be open with, okay? We've talked about this. These people here that are saying something that are calling into question how you've been operating, and this operation and you changing with this Ten of Swords here, really maybe even releasing yourself from crucifying yourself in a way of thinking, a way of living, and getting yourself into the self-reflective phase and saying, why I'm the one who's suffering, thinking that other people are suffering, especially with this forgiveness and these kinds of ideas. But Also in terms of maybe there's definitely the decisions that you currently make in your life. Sometimes we're not sticking it to the other person for us to suffer, we're sticking it to ourselves. So if it's capitalism or if it's whatever, I don't know your life, my guy. I'm just picking examples here. Make it apply the way it needs to in your soul. But sometimes you're not sticking it to the man, you're sticking it to yourself and the people that you could help if you were in a better position to help yourself and help others. And that can be really difficult if you're a giver. If you're someone who thinks you're doing the right thing, but you're hurting yourself and therefore not really living to your full potential. It can be difficult, but I feel like also it's not about selling your soul. And I think that's what Wide Open is saying here. For some of you that might be like, what, you want me to sell my soul? No, these energies are really beautiful. This is an energy that makes you feel good at the end of the day. This is good for you. There's some decision here that is a good decision for you that is uncomfortable, but you're cleaning out the trash inside yourself. Like you're cleaning house. You're cleaning out what no longer serves you. And sometimes that's just our thinking, how we think of the decisions we're making, the moves we're making, the way we're walking and how we're living in life. I've had to do this myself recently where I kind of have to go, I'm making my actions mean something. I'm the one applying the meaning. So if I change my perspective about my actions, that's then when my reality changes. So I think it's in the same vein where when you clean up the parts of you that kind of weighing you down, and you make choices to move forward in a way that might be new and uncomfortable, but be open to them. Don't sell your soul, but at the same time, there's definitely some things that are like, yeah, I'm selling my soul. But there's also some things where you're making it mean that, you're applying that meaning to that. So I feel like that's what I'm getting here with Wide Open. Let's just be open. But for everybody else who doesn't really need that type of affirmation, Wide Open is about being open. I think be open to this week. Your guidance is to be open for angels' whispers in your ears. Be open to the signs and symbols that come your way that show you that, hey, I know you don't want to do this. It doesn't feel right to you, but your intuition may have been slightly compromised in this particular area. Do this thing, make this other choice. And I feel like there is a part of you that does see the virtue in that other choice, or these other people that are advising you, or this person. Yeah, because there's wisdom here with the kings. There's so much wisdom here. That's 2 kings coming out for you, and with the king we have the snake here. So again, I feel like, bro, I really feel like you're gonna feel snaky. I feel like you're not gonna feel good about what you like, I don't know, you're gonna feel not good about like the advice, or like yeah, but I feel like the outcome, oh shit, so uncomfortable. But I feel like the outcome would be good in this ask your angels bit for this getting to this yes, this thing that you want that is good and that you are ready for. It's just some old programming that's getting in your way. I feel like you will feel snaky. I feel like, yeah, rough. But that's fire. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you open yourself up to new opportunities. I wish you everything, my friend. Keep your light on. Good luck, man. Let me know how it goes. It sounds like it's cleaning house. It sounds like, I want to read that to you. Can I read that to you? Are you still here? Where's the book at? I'm gonna read that to you. When you see the cleaning house card in a reading, it's time to declutter your life. Get rid of unwanted things in your physical home and release what you no longer want or truly need. Is there any unfinished business you want to address? Could be this forgiveness here for you. Thoughts, memories, emotional baggage, for sure. We have the 10 of Swords. Must be swept out of your house as well. Your conscience must be clear. Amen, amen, amen. Free to move freely in the world. Be in wide open. Yes, it will open up a new girl. Yes. I call everybody girl. It's like saying dude. Get with it, right? Celebrate a spring cleaning and feel the freedom as you make way for much better things. Look at what you've resisted discarding. Reconsider is like, nah, throw it out. Look at what you've resisted discarding and be honest about its value. Be honest, clean house. So perhaps this week something shows you that your intuition's been a bit compromised and angels are speaking to you in ways that are counterintuitive. And be wide open to the ways that they might want to speak to you. Pray about it, okay? I wish you everything. Keep your light on. Good luck. Bye-bye.